Hi, good afternoon. In the previous lecture, we have discussed about reproduction in animals. आज हम लोग बात करेंगे reproduction in human beings के बारे में. वहाँ पे हम लोगों ने डिस्कशन किया था that sexual dimorphism क्या होता है. When we are having two different partners, that is one male and another one is female, that is called as dimorphism. Pretty much similar kind of phenomena is also seen in human beings as well. One is male counterpart, another one is female counterpart, and these counterparts, they have got gonads, and they have got capability to produce gametes through these gonads, through these reproductive structures. Fine, let's have a brief discussion about the generalized overview first, then we go into the details. First thing, we belong to the category of mammals, and mammals are generally seen to be viviparous in nature. Means the organism which produces the young ones are called as viviparous. Fine. Second point is fertilization. The fertilization in humans is generally taking place inside the body of a female, that is internal fertilization. By the process of copulation, by the process of mating, the sperm cells are being transferred into the female's body, and there the process of fertilization, or there the process of fusion of the two gametes takes place and leads to the formation of a diploid zygote that is going to give rise to the embryo. Okay, moving further, the development inside the humans is going to be direct. Means there are no as such intermediate stages, as we discussed in the previous lecture, that there are certain organisms which shows metamorphosis or which shows intermediate stages like larva, pupa, caterpillar, and tadpole, etc. So we do not have as such stages in the production of, you can say, our mature embryo. Right? Then we talk about, you can say, are we like reproductively fertile right from the very beginning of our birth? Indeed, no. So human beings की life को हम लोगों ने तीन phases में divide कर रखा है. First is pre-reproductive phase, next is reproductive phase, and then post-reproductive phase. I'm going to make a mention of reproductive phase here because pre-reproductive phase में the individual is reproductively not fertile. If I talk about human males first, human males के अंदर the process of spermatogenesis or the process of formation of gametes only initiates or only begins at the age of puberty. After attaining this age of puberty, there are certain physical as well as physiological changes that takes place inside the body as well as outside the body. So that at that point of time, we can say that that person has become sexually fertile or mature. In case of females, where a female child is born, she is already having thousands of immature follicles inside her ovaries, and those you can say follicles, they will later on resume the process of development when they achieve this age of puberty. So this age varies from you can say individual to individual a little bit, but the average span stays like 10 to 11 years in case of, you can say, females. In case of males, it stays 11 to 13 years. So we can say that puberty is the onset of the gamete production. In case of males, the process of spermatogenesis will initiate. In case of females, the process of oogenesis will initiate. Apart from that, in case of females, you'll be able to see a cycle called as a reproductive cycle. That reproductive cycle is also known by the name of menstrual cycle. In the previous lecture, I mentioned about primates and non-primates. Primates के अंदर you are able to see menstrual cycle. Non-primates के अंदर you are able to see estrous cycle. So they are a little different from each other. अगर हम लोग अपनी बात करें, humans की बात करें, तो we are continuous breeders. We do not have any as such specific time period that during that time only we are going to breed. But whereas in the non-primates, the hoofed mammals, they have got a specific time period or a heat period during which they do the process of breeding. चलिए आज हम लोग बात करते हैं पहले human male reproductive system के बारे में. What are the like different structures, what are the different glands, or what are the components of this system. Male reproductive system के बारे में एक detailed discussion हम लोग करते हैं. First thing, when a human male child is born, so his testicles, his testes are inside the abdominal cavity. They are not present outside the body. So at the time of birth, they descend down into a pouch-like structure called as scrotum through a tube called as inguinal canal. There are certain cases in which this process is not completed. This process is hampered because of several reasons, and that you can say condition is called as cryptorchidism. Cryptorchidism. In this case, the male will not be able to produce sperm cells. They will be infertile in nature. They will be sterile. Okay, because the sperm cells, they require a specific temperature for the process of development. So that temperature can only be provided outside the body, inside this pouch called as scrotal sac. So in the next lecture, we are going to examine the transverse section of a testis, how does it appears like, and how the process of spermatogenesis takes place, and where will the sperm go and where will they end up into, and we'll be talking about the further details in the coming videos. Thank you so much. Have a good day. Keep smiling.